We don't know. But at this point, Moses knew that he is a Hebrew. And he saw all the rules and regulations that are coming out of the palace towards the Hebrew. He knew all the goodness and all the evil that are coming from the heart of this Pharaoh towards his people. And he had developed compassion towards the Hebrews, even though he is living a life of rich man, or rich woman's daughter, or Pharaoh's son in the palace. He is out there spy and looking at what is happening to the Hebrews today. How are the Hebrews suffering today? What are the taskmasters doing to the Hebrews today? And he saw it all. And his heart was not feeling good about it. And this day, he laid his hand in sin. This day, he saw an Egyptian that smite an Hebrew man, and he was not happy with it. He was not happy, and he took the chance to fight for the Hebrews. Knew that if anybody heard about it, he is going to be killed. But yet, he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptians and hid him in the sand. This is an evil deed. This is a very evil deed. He killed a man. He saw two people fighting. And one he take for his brother because he is a Hebrew. And the other that is an Egyptian. And he decided to defend the Hebrew man. And he did not just defend the Hebrew man, he decided to kill the Egyptian for the Hebrew man. And this is an evil deed. An evil deed that you and I should not do. We should not by any means decided, I'm going to fight for my brother. I'm going to fight for my friend. I'm going to fight for my family or for the people that come from my country because an evil king is oppressing them. And I'm going to therefore kill the oppressor. We should not do that. And that is what he did. He killed the oppressor. Would Moses have killed the oppressor if the oppressor is a Hebrew? If the person that is punishing or doing evil against the other person is a Hebrew, and the person they are doing evil to is an Egyptian, would Moses have killed this Egyptian man? I mean, killed the Hebrew man for the Egyptian man? I know we will not know the answer, but I will warn you and I will tell you the truth. And then you ask, what caused this fight? Why? Why are you beating your brother? What has he done to you? It can be your own very blood brother, and it can just be somebody in your neighborhood. It can be somebody that come from your country, and you watch them oppressing the people that come from your country, and your heart is not bearing it. Don't lay the judgment in your hand. Let God be the one that we put forth the judgment. Let God be the one that we judge between the two. Because the eyes of God is watching. He's watching all of us. Day and night. God don't side evil. And God is not going to side this evil too. But God is going to make use of that judgment that he made, that Moses made that day. Because what Moses is doing and what Moses did is looking at it and say, why are you oppressing my people? And he knew that if he just said, why are you oppressing my people? His story will get to the palace so quickly by the oppressor. Yet, for you and for me, be the one that says, don't fight. Not the one that says, I will kill you because you oppress my brother. Be the one that just separate them and say, don't fight each other. You are both human beings in the hand of God. Don't fight each other. Is this oppressor one of the taskmasters? Or how evil are the Egyptians towards the Hebrews? We don't know. But we know that they are oppressing them in a rigorous way. And the heart of Moses couldn't take it any longer. So he got to action and judge between them. But I still say, don't judge with death. Don't judge an unequal judgment. Let judgment be in the hand of the judges. You separate them. You separate them and let the offender know that what you are doing is wrong. Moses did the opposite. He looked here and looked there. That tells me he purposely knows what he's doing. He made sure nobody is looking. To him, he thought, it's just me and these two boys. And he killed the Egyptian that is oppressing the Hebrew. But what he did not know is that the eye of God is looking from heaven. And the person that he did not kill is a witness too. Verse 13. And when he went second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? So when you look at this, you can see that there is a heart of rightful judgment in the heart of Moses. He has this heart of, he has to judge between the two. He has to put forth the righteous judgment between them. For the first two people that are fighting, he saw the evil, the perpetual evil that the Egyptians are doing to the Hebrews. And he decided to judge by killing this evildoer. Here, God put another judgment before him. Today, on the second day, it's not the Egyptian and the Hebrew. This time, God put two Hebrews before him. And they are fighting again. And here he come and watch them. And he decided to separate them and to judge between them. And he said, to him that did the wrong, wherefore smite thou thy fellow? Why are you beating your brother? You might say, why did he not kill the other one, that the offender? Why did he not kill the offender this time? He did not, because they are both Hebrews. These are fighting against each other. Those two are fighting against each other too. But he was fed up with the evil that the Egyptians are doing against the Hebrews. He was fed up with the evil that he saw coming from the palace towards the Hebrews. He was fed up with all the evil that he saw the Egyptians doing to the children of Israel, to the Hebrews. So he decided in the first time to recompense evil for evil, which is wrong. This time, he challenged the offender. Why are you doing evil to your brother, your fellow? And the man said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intended thou to kill me, as thou killed the Egyptian? Do you want to kill me? Who make you our judge? God had made Moses a judge. God had made Moses a judge from birth. That is why God put it in the heart of that mother to keep that child alive, that he may judge Pharaoh, that he may judge Egypt, that he may judge the Hebrews. Moses was created for that purpose. And here, the Hebrew man, or the Hebrew young man, is asking him, who make you our judge? Do you want to kill me like you killed the Egyptian man? And Moses knew. Now, everybody had known that I killed the Egyptians. My life is in trouble. You see, he went home that day as if he did not do anything wrong. He sinned not. He did not do anything wrong when he went home. Pretended that nothing happened. But what he did not know is that the Hebrew young man is going to go home and tell his mother or his brother or his family. And God is looking from heaven. Now that he challenged these two Hebrews, the offender said, "Do you want to kill me like you killed the Egyptian yesterday?" Now he knew that what he thought he had buried under the sand is not going to stay under the sand. Whatever evil we do is not going to be hidden under the sand. My people say the wall has ear. The wall has ear. God is looking from heaven, the greatest judge. So whatever we do in this world, don't think it's hiding. And don't think nobody see you. So do what is right. Do what is right. What is pleasant. What is righteous. Killing other people is not righteous. That first judgment that Moses made was not a righteous judgment. Moses could have separated them. And don't let the anger in his own heart cover his judgment. Now he knew that he had judged wrong that day. Now he knew that he had done something very terrible. And why the Hebrews have seen the Egyptians killing the Hebrews all the time. And they will just cry and go home and tell their father and their mother and cry more. This time, he realized that God is watching. And God is the one that judges inequity between two people, whoever they might be on earth. So remember that. And Moses feared and said, "Surely this thing is known." Verse 15. Now, when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. Moses knew this. He knew that if what he did that day, the day before, is known to anybody, he knew that he will be killed for it. His life is not in balance from the day he was taken to the palace. The woman that took the daughter of Pharaoh that took him to the palace knew that his life is not going to be at leisure, in peace. He knows that he is going to be constantly in trouble with the family of Pharaoh because he is a Hebrew. Now, when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay him. Verse 15. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. And Pharaoh, when Pharaoh heard about what Moses has done, that Moses killed an Egyptian for a Hebrew man, Pharaoh had been hearing that Egyptians killed the Hebrews, and he has no problem with that. It doesn't matter who killed the Hebrews. It doesn't matter whether the Hebrew do something wrong or not. As long the person that died is Hebrew and not an Egyptian, no problem. But when he find out that a Hebrew man killed an Egyptian, he was angry. He was very angry. And he was ready to kill this Hebrew man that he knew from birth. At least he knew him from when he was little, when his daughter brought him into the palace. Although he did not know him from the very, very, very bad. So when I say from bad, that is my little exaggeration. For this child that dwelt under me growing up is now against me. And he sought to kill Moses. And Moses had to run out of Egypt. He ran out of Egypt and ran to the land of the Midian. When he now finds himself running from palace to the village, thinking about his life, thinking about what he has done. He realized, I have done something wrong. I have done something wrong. I killed a man. Did he repent? Did he ever repent? They did not tell us. But here, in the village where he ran to, he's going to have a new life. And he's going to hide from the Pharaoh for a very long time. They didn't tell us how old he was, or maybe they will tell us later. But as far as we have seen, they didn't tell us how old was Moses when he ran to Midian. Now, verse 16. The priest of Midian has 7 daughters, and they came and drew water because Moses came, and he went to this village, the Midianites' village, and he found a well of water, and he stayed right there. Number one, he'd been walking in the desert for a long time, and here he finds water. So he needs to quench his thirst. He needs water to live. So it's like, I'm going to stay right here until I can find somebody that will bring something to fetch water, and they will be able to give me water to drink. So he stayed by the well there until people came. And the first people that came to him were the daughter of this priest of Midian. And these priests have 7 daughters. And they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Because these priests have no son. The daughters daughters served both the position of daughter and sons for their father. They kept the sheep. And they came to give the sheep some water. Don't forget the fact that God had made Moses a judge. From birth. God had made Moses a judge and a head over Pharaoh. Don't forget that. The fact that Pharaoh could not kill Moses from when he was young to that particular time when Moses made these two judgments had cleared to me that God had made Moses a father over Pharaoh, the king. God has set him over Pharaoh. God had put him as a power to stand against Pharaoh all the days of Pharaoh in Egypt. For as long as Moses lived, that Pharaoh will never be happy. It's like a kindle fire living under the cloth of Pharaoh. It will one day consume it. Although he started to kill Moses and Moses ran out of that city, God is going to bring Moses back and make Moses a judge over Pharaoh and over Egypt. So, the 7 daughters of the Midianite priest came and fetched water. And there Moses was. Verse 17. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon today? The work of Moses as a judge continued. Moses got to the well. He sat there waiting for who will come that he will be able to drink water. And the people who came are ladies. And they came with their sheep. But then came some other shepherds that are men. And because they are men, they once, maybe they always have upper hand against these ladies because they are women. And when they came and they want to draw these ladies aside and being the one that we first of all get water for their own sheep, Moses intervened and drove them away and made the women be the first that we get water. And he even helped them to get the water for their sheep. And the ladies were happy. They were so happy. They got home so quickly and told their father. Because their father said, How are you so quickly come home? What is it that happened today that is different from other days? Verse 19. And they said, An Egyptian deliver us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and water the flocks. Moses is called an Egyptian, but is a Hebrew in disguise. You are whom you are until death take you out of this planet Earth. You might not be able to speak your language. You might not be able to live the life that you would have lived if you are living with your people. God has created you for a purpose. And He will achieve that purpose in you till the day He takes you out of this planet Earth. That is why it's very good for you and me, wherever we are, whatsoever we are doing, whosoever we think we are, always do good. Always be good, always do good all the days of our life to every human being. Moses, God had called him to be a judge, but his first judgment went wrong. His first judgment went very wrong. He killed a man, and that judgment had casted him out of palace and threw him into the village of the Midianites. And the Midianites, they are actually a family of the Hebrews, because they are the descendants of Hagar, the first, the woman, the Hebrew woman, the slave of Sarah. The Midianites are the descendants of Hagar's son. And I don't have the name of his son offhand right here now. But they are actually family of the Hebrews. And God is going to use them in a good way in this story of Moses as we continue. So put that in your mind, that Moses have not run too far from home. He ran all the way to the house of Ishmael. And Moses is going to do this work that God had called him to do all the days of his life. But this beginning is important for him to have a place to live. And God had given him a house because the priest said to his daughter, "And where is he? That is, where is that man that helped you? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. Bring the man home. Why do you let him alone? Out there, bring him home. Let him come and eat bread with us." Not everybody that is kind to you, you will be able to help. But whosoever God sends you to help in life, help them with all your heart. God has sent Moses to help the children of these priests, these ladies, 7 ladies, and their father, who is a priest, knew better. The man that helped you, you should have said, come home and have bread with us. That is what his father said, or their father said. Why do you leave him out there? A stranger come to help you. You're supposed to say, where do you live? Where are you going? Come and have bread with us. Be kind to everybody, is what this priest is saying with this statement that he made. Somebody is so kind to you. Why don't you bring him home and let him have some bread with us? When you know there is no house, he has no house to be. You could have bring him home. Because Moses is running away for his life. He has no home. But God sent home for him. God had prepared a home for him among the Midianites. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. Verse 21. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter. God find Moses, who is running away for his life. God find him a house or a home, a temporary home, to dwell and to have life for a while until the evil Pharaoh is taken care of. God was looking out for Moses. Although Moses made that wrong judgment, God did not leave him alone. Many of us have made wrong judgments in life. And when we see our mistake, and we ask for forgiveness, and we repent of our evil doing or our mistakes, God will forgive us. When Moses realized that killing that Egyptian is not a good thing to do, he found himself in the hand of Pharaoh, who had been looking for what to do or what to do with him in the palace before. What shall I do with this Hebrew in my sitting room? And here is her daughter fighting day and night for the life of Moses in the palace. And Moses made his first judgment, and it was a wrong one. But God is not going to leave him alone. Now that Moses go from riches to wretchedness, and Moses realized that I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong judgment. Possibly his heart had repented of his evil doing, as he has to run for his life. Now he finds a rescue. God brought him to this priest. And this priest, after he did this great kindness, you see, as you can see, Moses is doing two things at the same time: kindness and judgment. To him, he's judging in righteousness. And if you look at it, he is actually judging in righteousness. But I won't be in the position to tell you to kill somebody because of whatsoever might be that person did. Moses was fed up with the cruelty of the Egyptians against the Hebrew. That is why he killed that man. But he could have left that judgment in the hand of God and just separated them. Now he's paying for his righteous judgment by going from the palace to the village, hiding from Pharaoh. The priest took him in, find out about all that he had done, and saw that he had repented, and decided to put him under his wings and take care of him. He even gave him Zipporah, his first daughter, to marry as wife. And Zipporah, verse 22, bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Indeed, he is. Or indeed, he was a stranger in a strange land. Verse 23. And it came to pass in process of time, that is, as time goes on, that the king of Egypt died, the evil king that brought oppression, disgrace and dishonor, and death to the Hebrews. And his cruelty actually led to the death of the young man that Moses killed. The evil king died, and the children of Israel sang by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. And God, verse 24, heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Moses thought that he can avenge for his people, that he can avenge for the Hebrews. What he didn't know is that he is just one man living in the palace of his great enemy. Moses thought he can avenge, he can help the Hebrews. He went out day and night to see how his people are oppressed, to see the evil that is issuing out of the heart of the man he called father, the king of Egypt. And he cannot bear it. judgment into his hand. Don't take the judgment into your hand. Let the God of judgment, the God that judges in righteousness, let him be the judge over your life, over other people's life, whosoever they may be, whose life is affecting your life. If other people's life is affecting your life in a way that you cannot bear, don't be the one that say, I'm going to avenge for myself. I'm going to avenge for my people. My people are helpless. I'm going to stand for my people. It's one thing to stand for your people in righteousness. It's another thing to stand for your people by killing the opposing power. You can pray and pray about the condition before you. And allow God to send a helper. You can bring the case to light that the whole eye can see it and say, this is not right. This is not right. It's just an example. My neighbor here, he always comes to my yard and find offenses. Many times I have planted things there and they will destroy it. The last one I planted was okra. And as the okra was growing, somebody will come there and cut the leaves off. And I thought it's an animal. And my neighbor came and she said it's not an animal. I said, what can it be? Because of that, I did not eat any of the okra when they grew. Because they grew without leaf. I did not eat them. I let them dry and I cut them. And I said, I will replant it one day. But I don't know if I'm going to replant it on this yard where every tomato and anything that I plant in this yard, somebody or some animal always come and destroy it. And then my neighbor came with the tree in my yard needs to be cut down. There are these trees that have flowers, and I love the flower. When I see it when I pass it by the road and I see those flowers, I always love them. The tree will grow up and have many branches and have this pink, sometimes almost purple flower. And their flower always look beautiful. And I don't know how it happened that they grew. It's like somebody planted them beside the fence. And there were flowers. If camera can go out there, you will see the same flower grow up on this side. And the one in my other side here, my neighbor refused to let them grow. So now there is no more flower there. Why these ones are very beautiful every year. All of those are cut off. Everything, anything that grows in my side, she will come and cut it. So the year before, he came and cut all these trees down. And then put them beside the house and put another bunch somewhere there, cutting all those flowers. She has asked me, and I said they are flowers. I love them. I want them to grow. And she left. Then she came back and she said she saw an animal passing by from my yard to her yard. There is forest behind the house, behind all the house here. An animal can come from anywhere from this forest behind. He said they come from my yard to his yard or her yard. So she ended up coming to my yard and cut all those flowers down and bunched them one beside the house down here and another at the yard. And then she told me the second day, she said she has cut the trees and I should take them to the outside. I was very, very angry, but I didn't say anything. And when she saw that I didn't say anything, she came the second time and she said, I think the second day or the third day, and she said, I should tell my husband to take the trees, the branches that she cut, and take it outside to the front of the house. And I said to her, from my country, we don't say such a thing to our husband. So she left it there. Later, I don't know if she is the one or my husband took, because where she put it is disturbing people to pass. They took that one that is on this side, they took it out. And the one over there, she left it there. This year, last week, my front door neighbor that just moved in, she said the house is his grandparents' house. So they renovated it and he moved in with his wife. He had come to me one time and said he wants to help me cut the trees and I said only the owner of the house can cut the trees. We are not allowed to. And then last Wednesday, before this last one, he came and she said, should we cut the flower here? And should we cut branches of the tree right there? And I said, this one is flower, I enjoy it every year. And that tree right there, you can see that they just cut it on the top. I have no authority to cut it. She said he needs money. I know he spent a lot of money. His family spent a lot of money to renovate that house. That's his grandmother's house, according to him. And he said he wants to cut, I want to cut something, just pay me $20. And I said, this man needs help. And I told him, you can trim that flower right there on the top and make sure that the wire, electric wire, don't cut and it's not disturbed. He said he wants $40. And I said, it's okay. At a point, my mind said, let him come and cut the shrubs on my yard. Since he has spent so much money on that house, I think he needs help. So I brought him and showed him the shrub beside the fence. And he said he would take $150. I said, you see, it's just an ordinary, very few shrubs. I pay 100. And he said if he cut it, I will have to take it out. And I said, I have no strength to take all of those out. Some trees are there that he said he wants to cut. I said, don't cut the trees. The landlady has to cut the tree. And then he told me there is a tree right there beside the fence of my neighbor there. He said he has to cut that one, either I like it or not. I said, I don't want it to be cut. My husband has said to me, the landlady has to cut the trees so that no tree will fall on the house and we will be in trouble. I said, don't cut the trees. He said he has to cut it because my neighbor already told him to cut it. And my neighbor is paying him 320, I don't know if it's 325 or 350. And so he's going to cut it anyway. And I'm thinking, why is my neighbor always want to cut the tree? And he said to me, he said, he has not cut it because the tree is in my yard. And she is asking her to cut it. And if she cut it, she will put it in front of the house. And in front of our house here. That is why he has not cut it. For the shrubs, he agreed with me that he will cut it for $100. Later that day, in the afternoon, I was hearing and I look out. He had cut the one that he said my neighbor asked him to cut. He cut it at the very top. He told me before that my neighbor went asked him to cut it, and he's going to cut it to the level of the fence. But when he finally cut it at the real top, just cut all the branches and leave the tree standing. And he put all the branches he cut in front of my house. That is an example of how people oppress their neighbor. And that is what you and I have to. We stand against it with prayer, not with fighting back. Moses is not supposed to fight back as one man because he was fed up. But God had raised him for a purpose. And that purpose, he's going to achieve it. God provided a house for him in the house of the priest and gave him wife among the 7 children, Zipporah, the daughter of the priest. God gave him Gershom, a son, whom he said, I'm a stranger in a strange land. And Moses had to be far away from home in a total strange land until